Sports. We are Black Force. We are LA.
Time for some Getaway Day baseball here in Minneapolis from Target Field. We welcome you to Angels baseball. The Halos and the Minnesota Twins wrapping up this three-game set with the Angels looking for the series sweep and their 7th consecutive win. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and yesterday the Angels used 2 solo home runs to power themselves to victory. It was Ian Kinsler with a solo shot, Albert Pujols also with a solo shot, his 623rd of his career, but more importantly, Gooby matching Stan Musial as far as RBIs.
Yeah, Victor, when you think about it, he made an adjustment. Kyle Gibson earlier in the game threw a 2-seam fastball in on him. It got by him. He missed it. But this time up at bat is worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. What he was able to do on that exact same pitch, 2-seam fastball inside. Albert this time opened up that front hip, got the barrel of the bat on the baseball. And you mentioned 623rd time he has done that in his career. A big fly for Albert Pujols, giving basically the Angels the victory, a 2-1 victory with that swing in the bat. So Albert Pujols, not only with the home run, with all his fans and his teammates excited about that swing, what he did and who he tied as far as the all-time RBI list. Stan the Man Musial, 1,951 career RBIs for Albert. His mentor, his best friend back there in those St. Louis days. He ties him, an opportunity today to pass him by as far as the RBI list, but that was an absolutely perfect swing, bringing that hands in and driving that baseball out.
It's crazy to think, Gooby, sorry about that Lou Gehrig is next up on the list, and we still watch some of those names that are ahead of him. Just incredible to watch Albert continue to reach those milestones. We're going to step away for a moment. The defense continues to shine for the Angels, and we'll talk about that when we return.
opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
We're back here in Minneapolis, ready to wrap up this three-game set between the Angels and the Twins. And Gooby, going to break, we were talking about the defense for the Angels, and it's been stellar so far.
Well, two teams that put their premium on defensive plays to be able to save some runs have really been outstanding so far in the series for both sides, really, the Angels and the Minnesota Twins. Martin Maldonado, last year's Gold Glove winner, how quick he was able to get to that baseball and get rid of it. Perfect throw to second. Luis Valbuena covered a ton of ground to catch that pop-up. But Minnesota also, when you think about it, has been very good. Just the reaction there of Adrianza to be able to get that baseball across the diamond, and then a perfect throw from Rosario into home plate to prevent that extra one is worthy of our tools of the trade. Brought to you by Ram Trucks.
Just about ready for baseball here in the Twin Cities. Sit back, relax. Going to bring you the lineups and the first pitch when we return. By Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis. The call of Carl's. And by Purple Bricks. You could save thousands when selling your home. Go to purplebricks.com.
A little overcast here in Minneapolis as we wrap up this three-game set before the Angels head off to Seattle as the road trip continues tomorrow night from Safeco Field. But business at hand here with the Twins having taken the field. We'll check out Mike Scioscia's lineup for game number 66 of the season. 37-28 on the year, 3.5 back in the American League West. Kinsler leading things off at second base. Trout's in center, Upton's in left. Pujols at DH, Valbuena at third, Cozart at short. Fernandez at first base. Maldonado, after day off, is behind the plate. And Chris Young gets a start in right field. And he will bat ninth. It's the 23-year-old right-hander, native of the Dominican Republic, Fernando Romero, on the mound, making his 8th start.
Yeah, Romero's got a good fastball. It's 93, 98. Throws out about 62% of the time. A good hard slider and changeup. My go-tos, though, to be successful against Romero today is do some early damage, especially in the first and second inning. Get in fastball counts. When you can sit on the fastball, you can hit that baseball a long way against him. He's given up 3 home runs so far this season, 2 versus left-handed batters.
Check out the defense for the Twins this afternoon. Rosario's in left, Cave in center, Kepler in right, Sano, Adrianza on the left side, Escobar, Morrison on the right side, Garver behind the dish.
And Escobar has played a number of different positions in the infield for the Twins. This will be his first start at second base this season. He's had 38 starts at short, 19 to third. No errors so far this season. We see him making some pretty solid plays already in this series. Now playing second base.
Yeah, Friday night he was at shortstop. Yesterday it's third, and today it's second. Very valuable piece for this Minnesota Twins ball club. Perhaps a trade piece. Maybe a showcase.
Yes.
We shall see. Kinsler ready to lead things off. Romero making his 2nd start against the Angels. Pitched at the Big A on May 13th. Gave up a run on 4 hits in his 5 innings of work. 6 strikeouts and 3 walks. Kinsler at .219 on the season. He's homered in 3 straight. The first one's way outside for ball 1. 11 doubles, 8 home runs, 17 runs batted in for Ian. Hit that he had yesterday, his only hit, 1 for 4. Just ended up picking up 6 hits in that 2-1 victory. His home run gave the Angels a 1-0 lead, and then Alberts made it 2-1. That was the final. 3 balls, no strikes. 69 degrees. A little breezy here at Target Field. And there's a strike. They like this young man as far as his future is concerned. Good arm. 4 starts at AAA before getting called up to the big leagues. There is ball 4. So the Angels get their leadoff man on board.
My Hyundai key for today for the Angels to be successful against Romero and the Minnesota Twins is think today. Today, as far as swinging the bats well, pitch well, play some good defense, and don't look forward yet to that series against Seattle, especially when you're dealing with a pitcher like this, Romero, with that arm he has. See, free and easy, 94 plus for this fastball.
Big lead for Kinsler. First pitch to Trout. He takes a strike.
And he's allowed 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts, so I would not be surprised to see Kinsler on the move here.
Trout has really struggled against the Twins this year. Just 2 for 17.
They've pitched him high fastballs throughout.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You see that movement he has on this fastball. It's a good fastball from Romero. Mentioned 62% of his pitches fastballs, 27% slider, 11% changeup. In those first 2 innings, though, this is when you have your chances. You got to score against an ERA a little over 6.5 in his first 2 innings. After that, he settles down. That's 10 earned runs in 16 2/3 innings pitched as far as the first 2 innings for Romero so far this season for the youngster.
Making his 8th start of the season, 4th here at home.
This is changeup, pretty good one.
1-2 count now. Romero has pitched better at home than he has out on the road. At 2.70 ERA Target Field. ERA just over 5 away from here. Coming off a no decision against the White Sox, in which he gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, worked 6 innings. Pretty good bounce back start after the start he had on the 30th against Kansas City. Wild pitch. Kinsler racing towards second, will get there.
Yeah, you can never cruise in on a wild pitch in this stadium where the baseball bounces quickly back to the backstop. See how much he missed location, but he wanted that fastball up and ended up being down and away, and quickly bounces back to Garver. It's his 6th wild pitch of the season for Romero.
Two balls, 2 strikes, and a man in scoring position. And another wild pitch, and Kinsler will head to third. This one off the glove of Garver.
Mislocation once again, and that's been the discussion with Garver. They like his throwing arm, but his ability to frame pitches, to keep pitches in front of him, setting up in, and that's one of those fastballs you try to get out there and make sure you don't let that get by you, and it does. Now Trout's up here with a man in third base.
Full count. When you see a young pitcher miss that far off on the glove side, being a right-hander, with a fastball, is that
you're not committed to throwing inside?
Is it that, or still trying to work that glove side? He's never been good at it, and he's trying to figure it out at the big league level.
And you would think where he's set up on the pitching rubber, he's on the third base side, so it's much easier as a right-handed pitcher to get that fastball in against a right-handed batter, but he's pulling across on his delivery.
And check swing. Trout gets rung up. Chasewell would have been ball 4.
Doesn't happen often with Trout. Very rarely do you see him expand the strike zone. And he definitely went on this pitch. As strong as he is, unable to check the swing.
And by the way, Garver got charged with a pass ball, so a wild pitch to second, pass ball to third for Kinsler. 1 out now, and Upton at the plate. Adjusted at 257 on the season. Takes off the plate.
And the Twins are conceding this run, so the ground ball to the middle infielder is going to score the run. And going back to that pulling across on his body, he's just not able to get that feel, the arm side fastball for him inside against a right-handed batter. That one, it was much better. It's all about his balance. When he flies that front shoulder open quickly, and you'll see that a lot, especially with younger pitchers, you're going to pull that baseball across and you're going to miss by a lot, like he had a couple pitches with Trout at the plate. That's why as a catcher sometimes you're better off just setting towards the middle of the plate, because he's got great movement. If he's trying to throw that fastball inside with that movement, there's no way it's going to be on that corner.
They're going to put Upton on intentionally here and have Albert come to the plate. Albert up. 2 on, 1 out. 252 average on the season. Home run that Albert his 9th of the year. 33 runs batted in now.
Boy, Albert's been real good this season as far as his batting average with runners on, and especially with runners in scoring position, and an opportunity to pass Stan Musial here today with an RBI.
They give him the right side of the infield, shifting over with 3 on the left. And Upton off to a pretty good sized lead. Well, the off-speed pitch to start.
But you know, it's real good numbers for Albert with runners on. 296 runners in scoring position, 318 batting average. Even solid with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Much different hitter Pujols as compared to with no one's on.
0-1. Little soft liner out to center field. Will fall in for a base hit. Kinsler will score Upton to second. The Angels have a 1-0 lead.
With that RBI, Albert passes Stan Musial, and he wants that baseball. That's Albert at his best. We just showed those numbers. What he has done with runners in scoring position comes through once again. Now let's take a look at our top tier play, brought to you by Arco. Albert, a pretty good pitcher's pitch, right back up the middle, and another base hit with a runner in scoring position. RBI number 1952 in his career for Albert Pujols. Now just 3 RBI away from Lou Gehrig. That was amazing when he was telling us that. I mean, when you think about that, the names tied Stan Musial yesterday. Now just a couple RBIs away, 3 RBI away from Lou Gehrig. That smile he had on his face when we talked to him after the game, he's going to get a chance to reflect on it a little bit more so down the road, but still pretty cool.
Upton at second, Pujols at first. 1-0 Angels. Here's Valbuena. Luis getting to start at third base once again, hitting .230, 6 home runs and 20 runs batted in. Mentioned yesterday during the broadcast he has struggled in the month of June. Just hasn't been able to get it going. 150 batting average. He's 3 for 20 this month.
And it's right on cue with Romero struggling in that first and second inning. When you look at numbers don't lie as far as a pitcher, especially a young pitcher trying to settle in. Already giving up a run here with 2 runners still on base with 1 out.
One. Pretty good pitch drive there. Foul back 1-2. Only out in the end of the strikeout of Trout on a 3-2 pitch. 19 pitches thrown by the youngster. Cozart on deck.
That's another good swing there by Valbuena. Surprised Romero hasn't tried that down and in slider. A lot of pitches for the youngster early on, 20 already.
Valbuena hammers one down the right field line. It is hooking and it goes foul. Just down in front of it.
There was that slider, but it was a hanging slider. Trying to hope it stayed fair. It was hit well, but just out in front. Happy fan there. Get that baseball.
1-2 again, and Luis shoots it down the left field line, slicing out of play. Had a 12-pitch at bat yesterday. That was against Kyle Gibson. Gibson ended up taking the loss.
Threw the ball well, though, when you think about it. Very well. Really, that transformation, although he did get a lot of ground ball outs, he can run that fastball upstairs. Pretty consistent velocity for Gibson yesterday.
Both Twin starters so far have thrown the ball well. Lance Lynn on Friday, Gibson last night or yesterday. And Valbuena goes down chasing the off-speed pitch, 2 outs.
He's gotten 2 strikeouts for non-strikes so far in this inning against Trout, and that one against Valbuena off the plate. Again, he's got enough movement. He'll get some of those swings.
So Cozart at the play with 2 outs, 2 on. 230 average, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Behind at the count here, 0-1.
Cozart 375 batting average in day games. That's the 6th best in the majors.
Ended up going 1 for 4 yesterday.
5 home runs on the season. 4 of them have been in day games for Cozart.
One run in, looking for a couple of more here in the first. 0-2.
Tyler Skaggs, who threw the ball exceptional yesterday. 7 innings. Just 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Back-to-back very good starts for Skaggs.
Cozart skies one out to center. Playable for Cave. Angels get one of the Pujols RBI single. Tropiano takes a 1-0 lead to the mound when we return. Minnesota Twins. This is their 62nd game of the season. They're currently 27 and 34. No Dozier in the lineup today, getting a day off. Grossman will DH, leaving things off. Rosario left, Escobar at second, Morrison at first, Sano at third. Kepler's in right. Garver behind the plate. Cave out center. Adrianza batting ninth and playing shortstop as Nick Tropiano makes his 10th start of the season, 3-3 with a 4.35 ERA.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid for the most part this season. My go-tos for him to be successful here today against Minnesota is work on those corners, especially inside out with a fastball. Early strikes, especially to left-handed batters. Lefties have had some pretty good success against them this season.
Bobby Grossman, the switch-hitting DH, 228 batting average. A couple of home runs, 16 runs batted in. He homered in Friday night's game. Shoots this one out to left. Upton's got to go back on it. He'll make the catch on the track for the first out. Oh, a nice little carry to it.
Carry on my wayward son for an out.
Can you do an entire broadcast just with lyrics from songs?
I probably could.
Seriously, I'm just trying to figure out if
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Love the music. All music.
That'd be tremendous if you could pull that off.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
At least an inning.
Yeah, I'll give
Everything
it a shot.
that you say, you got to incorporate some sort of a lyric
There you go.
to a song. Eddie Rosario, the left fielder, takes downstairs. Rosario's having a nice season. Leads the Twins in batting average at 318. 16 doubles, 14 home runs, and 43 runs batted in. A couple of hits yesterday. Also had an outfield assist as he threw out Upton at the plate.
This is a lonely man there on the corner, right on the corner for a strike.
One just off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's hard, isn't it?
I had one there. Changes by David Bowie there. That was a nice little changeup.
Cozart playing up the middle. It's down at it. 3-1 count. Tropiano coming off a shaky start. Got a no decision against Kansas City, but wasn't his best outing. 5 runs, 9 hits, and 4 2/3 through 91 pitches. All 3 of his wins this year out on the road. And there's a walk. Take a look at the defense for the Angels, and it looks like this with Upton. Left field, Trout at center, Young in right, Valbuena and Cozart on the left side of the infield, Kinsler and Fernandez on the right side, Martin Maldonado, Nick Tropiano's battery mate this afternoon.
Justin Upton out in left field. 87 start, 94 games in left field for the Angels. Has 5 outfield assists and just 1 error. Made a nice play going back on that 1 baseball to get the first out of the game.
Escobar, the second baseman, takes down and away for ball 1. 284 batting average, 24 doubles, a triple, 12 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Twins don't run a whole lot. Foul back. Stake pitch up in the zone. Twins with a total of 19 stolen bases. They're 14th in the American League in that category.
And you go back to go-tos as far as Tropiano throwing strikes, get early strikes against lefties. Some pretty good swings against him when he's falling behind. 303 batting average for left-handed batters versus Tropiano's compared to 227 for right-handed batters.
High throw, low throw maybe gets him. So a better shot. 1 out walk. 1-0 Angels. Pujols with an RBI single in the first. Out to left, hit well. Upton's got to go back on it. Is there, shy of the track. 2 outs. Rosario back to first base.
See the approach for the left-handed batters against Tropiano away. They're going to try to drive it that way. 2 baseballs hit pretty hard. Up and able to run down.
And they've got left-handers in that lineup that are capable of doing that. Rosario, Escobar, Grossman we've seen is capable of doing it. Kepler for sure has been able to do that. Logan Morrison this afternoon gets a start at first base. Pinch hit in yesterday's game. Saw 1 pitch and a fly ball to right. Hitting 191, 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. One of the several veterans the Twins brought in this year. Hammered out to right field. Twins lead it 2-1. Seventh home run for Morrison, now with 21 runs batted in.
Mentioned those lefties against Tropiano. They continue to have some pretty good swings. All 3 really have hit the ball pretty hard against Trop so far. This time that fastball did not get away down the heart of the plate. He drives it out for a 2-run home run. 7th home run for Morrison, 21 RBI.
Two out, 2-run home run. Twins out the first inning lead. Sano takes the breaking ball outside.
Tropiano has been better against right-handed batters. Sano is a hitter, right-handed batter that will chase a breaking ball out of the strike zone.
Tropiano falling behind here. 2 balls, no strikes. Sano comes in batting .212, 7 home runs and 26 RBIs. Kepler on deck. Sano pops this one up into foul territory. Fernandez makes the catch. The Twins are done here in the first, but they lead it 2-1 as we head to the second inning. more and get tickets for as low as $8 per seat. Call 888-796-HALO or go to angels.com/groups for more information. Twins up 2-1 as we start the second. Jose Miguel Fernandez leading things off. Takes a strike. Morrison with the home run to give the Twins the lead. Fernandez has played in all 3 games of the series. He's 2 for 6. 2 singles. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's that hard slider down and in from Romero. He's been pitched inside quite a bit here in this series, although he is quick with his hands.
Shoots this one down the left field line, and that is a fair ball into the corner and actually goes into the seats. So his first extra base hit in the big leagues, and it leads off the second.
That's a pretty good piece of hitting when you think about it. He's been pitched inside. He let that baseball travel deep in the strike zone and hit it hard the other way. Good running fastball, stays back on it and lines it the other way. Looked like that was his approach. First extra base hit. A .321 batting average at 146 games in the minor leagues, so you know he can hit. Youngster with that baseball. Still an amazing story for Fernandez, the long as it took for him to get to this major league level.
And Martin Maldonado gets hit by a pitch. That's not uncommon. It's the 6th time this year that he's been plunked. 2 on, nobody out.
He's going to have to get rid of that t-shirt saying everything hurts, because everything is hurting on him now with that fastball up and in on him.
Chris Young at the plate, starting right field. He's hit 158, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. Perhaps maybe a sacrifice situation. He does have a sacrifice.
Tell you what, he's got a lot of room if he bunts that to the right side of the infield.
Morrison's playing on the dirt, not bunting, takes down and away.
I mentioned that ERA for Romero in the first 2 innings, even more so in the second inning. So this is your opportunity. He's had base runners, a lot of them early on. You have to capitalize, score multiple runs against them.
Halo's only 3 sacrifices on the year. Top of the order, Kinsler on deck. That's in the dirt. Gets away from Garver. I thought he blocked it for a second.
He continues to struggle as far as trying to keep that baseball in front of him. Mentioned great throwing arm. Calls a very good game. He's had trouble framing pitching and keeping pitches in front of him. That breaking ball was in the dirt. Looked like he got his body there initially, but it gets away from the glove enough to allow both runners now to advance. As good as a bunt. And now Young has a chance to drive in 1 or 2 runs.
That's what you get for trying to catch a ball in the dirt. You got to get that glove down. Infield back. 2-0. Young pops it up on the infield. 1 out.
Ian Kinsler at the plate. Now let's take a look. We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Wednesday, Ian Kinsler drives out a fastball inside part of the plate. Friday, breaking ball, hanger, drove out to the second deck here at Target Field. And then last night, a breaking ball stayed back, even though fooled a little bit, drives it out with 1 hand. 3 home runs, 3 nights in a row.
He had walked to start the game, scored the first and only run for the Angels. And he'll take a strike. Field still back. Fernandez at third base. Maldonado at second. 2-1 Twins. We're in the second. A lot of base runners, a lot of pitches thrown by Romero.
Got to capitalize. Kinsler's last 5 road games, 11 for 18. Now, as a base runner here, especially with that backstop so close, you really have to have a good secondary lead and see where the baseball is at in case the pitch gets away from Garver behind the plate.
Not a lot of room between home and that wall. We've seen the ball a couple of times ricochet right back to the catcher. As a matter of fact, Maldonado threw a runner out at second yesterday. On Friday, pardon. As it pops it up. Garver near the railing, 2 outs. So 2 weak pop-ups with runners at second and third and nobody out. That'll be up to Trout.
I wonder if they'll pitch to Trout here.
I don't know why they wouldn't. They've pitched them really well all season long. But I understand your point. Struck out at his first at bat. Now 2 for 18 against the Twins this year.
Certainly one of those things where you don't give in. I mean, for the pitcher, say just don't give him anything to hit. That's one of the ones you bounce a break a ball in the dirt. It's a big moment. You have to score here. If you can't, I mean, with second and third, no outs.
1 ball, no strikes. That's the pitch that's gotten Young and Kinsler on pop-ups. Fastball running in. Young on a 2-0 count. Kinsler on a 1-1 count. Trout hits one to Morrison, and the Angels blow a golden opportunity. We'll head to the bottom of the second with the Twins still up.
They're saying get on top of the baseball and keep that front shoulder in. He's flying open. You see that front shoulder flying open. He's trying to say stay back, don't be so quick on your delivery, because when you fly open, your wrist goes down underneath the baseball, and that's when you have that running action away from instead of on top of the baseball. Marvin Austin has done a nice job as far as working with these young pitchers, but he's a real good time for him to talk to a youngster like that to say, stay back. Paul Molitor there too, as a hitter. You know exactly how you could see a baseball a lot better with that front shoulder opening up.
Kepler swinging through the first offering from Tropiano to open up the bottom of the second inning. He'll be followed by Garver and then Cave. 2-1 Minnesota. Kepler 239, 7 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Weak ground ball up the middle. Cozart is there. 1 down.
The only thing you're concerned about on that was if it hits that corner of the base, so that's why Cozart had to be in position to make sure he was able to react just in case it hit the base, going back up the middle where that shift was put on.
Garver got the start Friday night. Bobby Wilson played yesterday. Mitch back there today. He'll look at his strike. 216 hitter. 6 doubles, 2 home runs, 8 runs batted in. One now. It's queued up the first base line foul.
It's a real important inning for Nick Tropiano because the offense had a chance to tie or take the lead, unable to do so. So it's a responsibility as a pitcher to put up a 0 so the offense can go right back and start swinging the bat, put a lot of pressure on the youngster Romero once again in the top of the third.
Two balls and 2 strikes. 4th career game, 3rd start for Tropiano against the Twins. Garver takes the low. Full count. No decision yet in his career against the Twins, but career ERA of 2.84. With the 2-run home run to Morrison in the bottom of the 1st. That's where we stand right now. 2-1 Twins. Here's the payoff. Called strike 3. 2 outs.
Now it's time for the Coors Light refreshing finish. Martin Maldonado, we talked about that backstop and how you keep that baseball in front quickly. The release and a perfect throw to Kinsler from Martin Maldonado, the 2017 Gold Glove Award winner at the catching position. Got a lot on that one, a little over 81 miles per hour out of the hand for Martin Maldonado.
Jake Cave, starting center fielder, pinch hit yesterday. He struck out to end the game against Blake Parker. Cave on the season, 1 for 10. Sixth-round pick of the Yankees in 2011.
Pretty good sink on his 2-seamer so far. Tropiano. That's a big pitch against left-handed batters. Didn't quite get that sink action against Morrison. It kind of ran and stayed flat, lateral movement, and he hit it out.
Check swing. Doesn't matter. Called strike 3 and a 1-2-3 second for Tropiano. Will head to the 3rd with the Angels down a run. exclusive benefits like access to the Lexus Diamond Club restaurant and lounge. For details, call 888-796-HELLO or go to angels.com. Upton lead things off. The Angels down 2-1. We're in the third. Pujols to follow, then Valbuena. Justin swinging first pitch, fouls it off. He was eventually intentionally walked in the first after Romero fell behind 3-0. Pujols then followed with runners at the corners. The base hit the center field to give the Angels the 1-0 lead. And that was erased at the bottom of the first.
Starting off the changeup, pretty good pitch to hit. He just missed that one, that fastball away. Upton 10 for 19 with 4 home runs during this 6-game win streak for the Angels. Got healthy again after being hit by a couple pitches. Can carry the club offensively.
Just got a piece of it. Back to the off speed. Hadn't been too many times today where Romero has thrown 3 consecutive strikes. A lot of pitches, a lot of base runners. Halos opened up the second with a double and a hit by pitch, and then a wild pitch put runners at second and third with nobody out, but just couldn't cash them in.
Notice there for Upton, he has that guard around that elbow area. Watching Romero pitching inside a lot in this game. Already has hit Maldonado. He's been hit twice this season in that spot.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he's not going to give in on that pitch inside. That's the pitch he can hit a long way. Has that protection.
Cuts through this one, and the Angels had their first out of the third. Third strikeout for Romero.
96-mile-an-hour fastball. Runs it a little bit above the belt for a swing and miss.
Here's Albert, 1 for 1 with that single. 34th run batted in. 1952nd career RBI. Bruce Dreckman calling the balls and strikes. He's the crew chief. Roberto Ortiz at first, Mike Estabrook at second, Jim Reynolds over at third. Last thing you want now is that wasted opportunity to serve as the Achilles heel for this Angels team against Romero for the next couple of innings. As Albert chops it foul.
Well, we showed those numbers. He settles in after that first couple of innings. His ERA very high those first 2. But after that, 2.38 after that second inning. Had chances, a lot of chances in his first 2 innings to score more than 1 run. A lot of traffic.
Halos 1 for 7 through 2 innings with men in scoring position. Albert lifts one out to right. Kepler's there to come in on it. 2 outs. That's a lot of at bats. Men in scoring position through 2.
So far he's fallen into his normal patterns. Hopefully he doesn't settle in as far as what he does after those first 2 innings. So far so good in the third for him.
Valbuena struck out in the first. One and 2. Second pitch doesn't get called a strike. Romero vying for a 1-2-3 inning. Time call. 9-1-2 coming up from Minnesota. Two. Full count.
Well, Wayne has had some long at bats these last couple of games.
A strikeout yet again. So a 1-2-3 inning for Romero ahead of the bottom of the third. Still 2-1 Twins. Minnesota against Nick Tropiano, who's coming off a 1-2-3 second. Picked up his first 2 strikeouts of the game, both looking. Adrianza, the shortstop, 238, 12 doubles, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Takes a strike.
Get down here. Quiet, eat.
Between a changeup and split, starting to get a good feel for the pitches that he needs, Tropiano.
Breaking ball. This is 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty close to that outside part of the plate. Almost got the corner.
Two. Full count.
Down here. Come on.
Robbie Grossman on deck. Out toward left, hit well, chasing Upton toward the corner, and he'll reach up, make the catch for the first out. Nice play by Upton.
Solid play, but the pitching, speaking of solid, has been very good, and a lot of called third strikes for Angels pitchers in the series against Minnesota. 10, as a matter of fact, 6 different pitchers with called third strikes, all set up the ability of pitching backwards, looking at all speed, be able to get the fastball. When they start doing that, able to throw those breaking balls in the corners throughout this game. Fastball there for Tropiano also, but looking, 10 of them have been solid during the stretch for the starting pitching. 6-game win streak, 2.17 ERA as a team with 56 strikeouts.
Grossman takes a strike. He's 0 for 1. This is one out to Upton in the first.
See those numbers, 2.17 team ERA, 56 strikeouts, just a 2.03 batting average allowed.
Upton's been busy.
That's why I put him in defense today, Becker.
This will be the 4th catch he makes. 2 outs. Tropiano's retired 6 straight since giving up the 2-out home run to Morrison in the first.
And how you get those call third strikes looking, it's you don't fall in those patterns where you throw a breaking ball every time with 2 strikes. Or same thing around, you don't throw a fastball, you're able to throw your secondary pitches in there. So just pitching backwards at times. And sometimes that means throwing a fastball in a breaking ball count to get called third strikes.
That's all over the strike zone. 1-0 count on Rosario, who walked and scored in the first. Pulled toward first. Fernandez has it in another 1-2-3 inning for Tropiano. 3 complete. 2-1 Minnesota. This 3-game set between the Angels and the Twins. 6-game winning streak for the Halos. They'll jump on the bird and head to Seattle tonight. 3-game series against the Mariners beginning tomorrow night at Safeco Field. Cozart 0 for 1. Fly ball to center field, his first at bat. Mariners, by the way, have just taken a 5-3 lead on the Tampa Bay Rays in the 7th. Rays had a 3-1 lead. James Paxton. Mariners have fought back. Hey, nice catch. In front of the press box. Dropped the glove.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, 2. Check swing did not go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So catching the foul pop.
Nice play. Prevented. Could have been a home run. Reaches over.
Doug Mankiewicz.
See, that's why he caught it. That was a good glove he had back in the day. Did he not have the game ball from the World Series team with Boston?
Yeah. And a hit by pitch. I think, though, Gooby, I'd have to look it up. I thought that he eventually worked something out where, like, he has loaned it to the Red Sox or something. I don't know, something to that effect.
Yeah, I know there was
That's
some.
the last
Yeah,
time I checked.
exactly.
Yeah, well, he made the catch at first base for the last out.
Speaking of catching a baseball on the shoulder, Cozart on first, second hit by pitch. That's the 6th of the season for Romero.
That is ripped into the right field corner. Fernandez already with one double. Looks like he's going to pick up his second. Cozart is going to be waved around, and he will score. It's an RBI double for Jose Miguel Fernandez. First big league RBI. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, he ordered a double-double today. Double to the left, double to the right, and an RBI. He's covered all the bases here so far today with a couple extra base hits. Now picks up his first RBI. He turns on this pitch and gets it over Morrison's head and down in that corner. And Cozart able to come all the way around from first to tie this game up. Show those numbers that talk about how well he has hit in the minor leagues in 146 games. That's 104 RBI. 26 home runs, so he has good power on display today.
Maldonado hit by a pitch. His first plate appearance, takes ball 1. Line to center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Fernandez was heading back to second, so he'll only advance to third.
$14 for 27 for Maldonado. His last 9 games was the Minnesota Twins. Right back up the middle. Fernandez going back to the base. That baseball well in front. Cave playing center field, plays a very deep center field. Another opportunity now for Chris Young to drive in a run.
He had a young man out on the mound and retired 6 straight since walking or hitting Maldonado. Got out of that second inning, retired the side in order in the third, and got ahead of Cozart. And with 2 strikes, hits Cozart, gives up a double, now a single. Chris Young popped down on the infield in the second.
Remember, that was on a 2-0 pitch. He's ahead of the count now. You're as a hitter, you're looking to try to get a pitch in your spot. Don't help out a pitcher, especially behind in the count. See if Chris can get a pitch right now. He can drive it on his terms.
2 balls, no strikes. Line to center field is going to hang up though for Cave. He'll make the catch. The throw is coming to the plate. Fernandez trying to score and will do so. Halos back on top 3-2. Young with a sacrifice fly.
And that's exactly what you want to do on his terms. Head of the count, work the head of the count, and he lines that one to left center field to drive in the run on a sac fly. picking up his 6th RBI of the season.
Really nice play by Cave in center field. Got a good jump on it. Otherwise, that's an extra base hit for Young.
And he squared that up, went up well, and Cave did a nice job of getting behind that baseball and a pretty firm throw to the plate. But Fernandez scores the go-ahead run.
1 out, Kinsler at the plate, Maldonado at first. The 0 for 1 with a walk and a pop-up. Takes a strike. McGill getting ready for Minnesota. Romero at 64 pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back up the middle, and that's into center field, a base hit right up the ramp of the mound.
And what, there's been some pretty good swings in this inning against Romero. Well, when you release the baseball, that baseball gets back on you so quickly. I remember that very well from Paul Molitor. I'm so happy they showed that one there. Right back up the middle for a single for Kinsler, on base twice already. Yeah, it brought back some good memories with Paul Molitor right back up the middle against me here in Minnesota. Line drive, broke my leg, but I did get an assist on it. Went right off my leg to first base for an out, though, so it helped my fielding percentage. I don't even look at the batting average. I look at the strikeouts. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Of those 56 at bats.
Yeah. You know, I think you know what? I'm almost positive. Punch him out 4 times in the one game, though.
I think this is going to be it for Romero. Garver went out, kind of stopped as he was heading back. See if Molitor was going to make the move. Trout coming to the plate. 2 on, 1 out.
He's pitched Trout pretty well so far. That might be the only reason why he's still in the game.
Trout a strikeout in the first, and a line out to Morrison in the second. Maldonado at second base, Kinsler at first. On the outside part of the plate, 0-1.
Now it's time for the key drive to success. Mike Trout has always been very good in All-Star games. MVP of the All-Star game here in 2015 and also MVP 2014. With 3 hits total and 6 at-bats, including 3 runs scored for Trout. MVP of a couple All-Star games, including the one in this beautiful ballpark, 2014.
Count remains at 0-2. Upton on deck. Another 0-2 from Romero upstairs. 1-2.
Trout got a chance to pick a car, whether a truck or Corvette, during those MVPs of the All-Star game. Okay, what would you choose, Victor? Would you go truck or Corvette?
Well, I mean, how many times did he won it now?
Twice.
I would have one of each.
What about you, though? What would you choose?
I would have taken one of each.
One of each?
Yeah. What do I need, 2 trucks or 2 Corvettes?
I'm not saying you're going to win 2 MVPs. I'm just saying if you're fortunate enough to win 1 MVP of an All-Star game.
I don't know. Probably the truck.
Yeah.
I like the Vets, though. They're
Yeah.
nice. 1-2.
Trying to get him to chase that pitch again. This time did not expand the strike zone.
Almost got him too.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried that breaking ball off the outside corner or hard cut fastball. Another nice play by a fan. Very similar area that we saw earlier. The fan with the glove this time used two hands to make it the catch. Another foul ball, but I'll tell you what, I think if you're a fan right now, the key is to bring a big glove to the stands, and that's a big glove. That makes the play.
That's not fair.
That might be my best chance to ever win a gold glove if I had a glove like that on the field.
Peter Borges jersey, how about that? In the house in which he hit the inside the park home run to left field.
I saw those guys earlier.
Another 2-2. Trout bounce it back.
Trout on the norm. 15 pitches seen so far, averaging 5 pitches per plate appearance.
Pulled foul. Two runs in here in the fourth. Angels up 3-2. One out. Couple of men on. Yet another 2-2. Yet another foul ball.
Oh, what a play!
Hello. Wow. Who needs a glove?
Who needs two hands?
Nice.
What a play. Yeah, Kevin Mitchell will be proud of that player. Remember that? That was an outstanding play. This, I'm not going to use the glove. I'll just use my bare hand.
Trout strikes out. 2 outs. I don't think I've ever seen him have such a hard time with one particular team this season.
And then another fastball. And this one just slightly above the belt at 97. And you know, as a pitcher, you're geared up. When you're facing the best player in baseball, you're going after him with the best stuff possible. And we've seen that throughout this series and throughout the season for Minnesota against Trout.
Trout 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Here's Upton. Intentional walk and a punch out himself. That's just off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes.
Nice spot. Come on, baby.
There's the 1-0.
Very important for Maldonado to get a pretty decent secondary lead, although with Escobar right behind him, it's going to be difficult to do so. So a base hit in the outfield, not going to be easy for Maldonado to score. There's some pretty good arms in the outfield for Minnesota. Saw that yesterday. Rosario with a perfect throw.
After the fact, fans doing his best. Mark Ubaza.
Ouch. I was just copying Shohei Ohtani. That's what it was. Remember that ground ball right back up the middle off the glove? He caught it. It left the mark.
Were you behind that one there, Victor, to make sure they were able to find that one?
No, they told me.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think they were going to play it. Then again,
Maybe. Maybe.
no, I promise you I didn't say anything. 1-2 pitch. Upton back up the middle, but Escobar's right there. So the Angels, they take the lead, but could have had more. It's 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth.
See your Hyundai dealer today. And by Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box.
Halos on top 3-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Nick Tropiano has retired the last 7th straight. He's giving up the home run to Morrison in the first inning. Morrison will be due up second here in the fourth inning. Escobar, Morrison, Sano from Minnesota. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed by Tropiano. Escobar, fly ball to left field in the first. The sun has finally peeked out here at mid-target field, Minneapolis. Big crowd on hand, kids in the house. Sunday fun day.
Yes.
To run the bases.
Go out during the beginning of the game. 9 youngsters they run out to the field, position with their favorite Minnesota Twins for the game. That was pretty cool to see.
One, 2. Out toward left. 1 down. Hey, celebrate Christmas in June with your Angels on Friday, June 22nd. The Toronto Blue Jays in town receive a Jolly Trout Nutcracker courtesy of Old Dominion while supplies last. For more information and for tickets, go to angels.com.
Getting closer and closer.
Upton has caught 5 fly balls today. Busy man. Morrison with a home run. Jumped on the first pitch from Tropiano the first inning. 7th of the year. Now with 21 RBIs. Jumped on the first pitch fastball again. Angels on this 9-game road trip. 3 here, 3 in Seattle, 3 in Oakland next weekend. Father's Day weekend. Crazy, that's already coming up.
Yeah.
We have an off day on Thursday. Angels will have Heaney going tomorrow night in Seattle. Jaime Barria scheduled to go on Tuesday, although it's still to be determined. This is pulled into the shift. Kinsler's down shallow right.
That's a good pitch. You got an all-speed pitch. He's trying to pull the ball. You had a home run against you. Last at bat, out in front, ground ball out. See this pitch well off the plate, but he was able to drive a pitch out early on a fastball. This is an all-speed pitch out in front and right into the shift.
Sano popped out on a 3-0 pitch in the first inning.
Tell you what, Victor, we always talk about double plays a pitcher's best friend, but a 3-0 swing and you pop it up, that's pretty good too.
After a home run, you just gave up a 2-run home run. You lose the lead, then you fall behind 3-0, and you get a pop up. You're like,
yes,
add him to my Christmas card list. Out toward right field. This will chase Young back. He's got a play on as he steps out of the track. Another 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. This one is shut down inning. We head to the 5th. Angels on top.
Military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag #HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
It's the top of the 5th here. Target Field. Angels on top by the score of 3-2. And with the way that Romero finished off that 4th inning, back out to start the 5th. Pujols, Valbuena, and Kozar for the Angels. Good rip, foul back.
Well, he was on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Already thrown 32 pitches at 95 or higher as far as velocity. Talked about his fastball average 93 to 98. Not only it's a firm fastball, it's a moving fastball.
Albert 1 for 2 with an RBI single. 2 balls, 2 strikes. '85 pitches for Romero. Action in the Twins pen. Albert drives this one out toward right center field, slicing back toward Kepler, who calls off Cave. 1 out. So it's Valbuena coming up. Luis has had a tough time against Romero. 2 strikeouts. There's the lefty now up. Hill no longer warming up.
Still trying to pull that outside pitch. Luis is trying to stay back and punch that ball to left center field. Romero is providing the power to begin with at 96, 97 with his fastball. Luis Valbuena 2 for 20 versus Minnesota pitching this season. An amazing thing, Trout is 2 for 20 versus Minnesota this season also.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the 5th. The Angels with a run in the 1st, 2 in the 4th. It'll flare out to shallow right. Kepler has to come on. 2 outs. Stay tuned for our Angels live post-game show for the business of sports, brought to you by Auto Nation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed.
Kepler busy out in right for the Twins. Upton busy out in left for the Angels.
Cozart 0 for 1, a fly ball to center. It's hit by a pitch to lead off the 4th. Breaks his bat under the glove. Escobar with the shift on, has it. The Angels are down in order here in the 5th inning. 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the frame. Thing for the Nissan game break with Ken French. Minnesota setting up 6, 7, and 8. Kepler, Garver, and Cave against Nick Tropiano. He's retired 10 straight. One hit allowed. That was the Morrison home run in the first. Kepler got one off the end of the bat, leading off the second. Grounded out.
Old school as far as the hot dog vendors. Are they making their way up towards us?
Don't think so. You hungry?
Yeah.
Two-0. 3-0. And a leadoff walk to start the 5th inning. Brings up Garver. The catcher struck out looking in the 2nd inning.
That is perfect.
Had plenty of those yesterday during the 4-hour rain delay.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah. Oh, so healthy.
Yes.
One ball, no strikes. You said Tropiano able to find the strike zone here. So good for 3+ innings. At 54 pitches.
So it's 6 double plays turned behind him this season. Tropiano has one of the best moves for a right-handed pitcher. Quick footwork. Shortens up his throw.
That's a strike, but it's not called. It's a 2-0.
See where this pitch is located, and that's all over the lower part of the strike zone, outside corner.
Leadoff walk, now a 2-0 count. Garver rolls it foul.
Right-handed batter up at the plate. Tropiano has been much better against right-handed batters. It's an opportunity for him to work that fastball down and get a double play throughout his career, and especially this season. 227 right-handed batters versus Tropiano.
Good lead for Kepler over at first base. A leadoff walk.
Real close on that one. And going towards that back part of the base. Just gets that hand in before Fernandez is able to tag him. One of those counts too where a manager likes to put the runner in motion on a 2-1, guessing he's going to get a fastball. Hitter at the plate.
Kepler 0 for 1 in stolen bases this year. 3 consecutive throws over. Jake Cave, center fielder's on deck. Kepler's on the move, swing and a miss, and throw down to second. One hop throw. Kinsler puts the tag down. 1 out.
Reason why Maldonado won a Gold Glove last season, that pop time release so quick. One hop throw, scoop, and then tag applied. Big out. How quick he is on that release, that pop time. He's one of the best in baseball as far as getting rid of that baseball quickly.
Driver shoots it down the right field line, and that is a fair ball. A double for Garver. That's his 7th of the season, so man in scoring position for Cave.
How big was that throw now by Maldonado? Went with the fastball. Is punching down that right field line. Picking up a 7th double.
Cave struck out looking to second. Pulls this one to the right side. That'll sneak through for a base hit. And we're going to be tied as Cave will stop at first base.
Pitch out of the way. It's turned on this one and pulled it. A lot of the hitters have been hitting the ball the other way. Left-handed batters against Tropiano. This time, Cave threw with an RBI single.
3-3 game here in the 5th. And while Kepler may have been thrown out trying to steal, you can't issue a leadoff walk. You fall behind, all of a sudden lose your command a little bit, especially when you've retired 10 straight. Adrianza fly ball to left field. His first at bat. Base hit to right field. Young better over in a hurry to put it off. Cave is going to be waged home. Young drops the baseball out there, and the Twins have taken a 4-3 lead. Three consecutive hits allowed by Tropiano here in the 5th.
Went down and got that exact same pitch, very similar to the pitch that Cave hit. Right down in that corner. Gets underneath that padding and away from Young. David Droese getting warmed up in a hurry down there in the bullpen.
Daza gets credited with a triple. His first of the year. Picks up the RBI. 4-3. And here's Grossman, who's 0 for 2. A couple of fly balls still left. Infield is in. Two and 0.
You can almost see what the game plan for Paul Molitor in this game, putting a lot of left-handed bats in here against Tropiano.
Well, he's fallen behind every hitter in the 5th inning. Jake Caves, the only guy who jumped on the very first pitch, got the single. 3-0 now. This might be his last batter. Completely unraveled for Tropiano. 1 hit through 4 innings. 10 straight batters retired. Leadoff walk to Kepler. Double. RBI single. RBI triple. Now 3-0 count on the leadoff man, Grossman. Not surprised that he's hacking there.
It's not necessarily the pitch count for Tropiano, it's location, especially this inning with 17 pitches thrown here in the 5th.
Clouds have cleared out now. The sun out in its full glory. And a walk. Second of the inning. Still only 1 out. Rosario, a very good hitter coming up. I'd imagine Socia will go to Bedrosian. Here comes Mike. Well, the wheels came off for Nick Tropiano here in the 5th inning. He's responsible for the 4 runs on the board and the 2 men on base. A pitching change here in the 5th. Angels down a run. Cleveland over Detroit. 9-2 in the 9th inning at Comerica. 5-4 in the bottom of the 9th. Seattle leading Tampa Bay. And then the National League, San Diego beat Miami 3-1. Pittsburgh leading Chicago 1-0 in the 5th. Houston leading Texas 6-2. The bottom of the 2nd, George Springer home run, the very first pitch of the game off Matt Moore. Here it is 4-3 Minnesota. Runners at first and third. 1 out. Cam Bedrosian comes on for the 31st time. 3-1 mark and a 4.44 ERA. 21 strikeouts, 12 walks. 26 plus innings, and he's going to face Eddie Rosario. Adrianza, the base runner at third base, Grossman at first. Rosario this afternoon has walked and scored. He has lined out.
Rosario has rolled into 3 double plays. Segura at the top since May 1st at 378. Rosario just below him at 371. We'll see Segura for a 3-game set starting tomorrow in Seattle.
Pulled foul. 1 ball and strike. Tropiano hoping that Cam Drozian can get that ground ball double play. Keep this as a 1-run deficit. Those great numbers with runners in scoring position this season. 344 batting average. One, two. The dirt blocked by Maldonado. Called strike 3. Got him looking. That's a huge strikeout with Rosario at the plate. 2 outs.
And another called third strike, the 11th of this series for the Angels against Minnesota. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. So often you hear the talk about strikeouts don't matter a whole lot because of the emphasis on trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but a strikeout there is huge. Sometimes just trying to put the ball in play can get you a run across, but that strikeout was big for Cam Bedrosian.
Eduardo Escobar twice has hit a fly ball to left field. Yanks this one down the line. That is a fair ball. Socia doesn't think so.
That was real close from our angle.
It's an RBI double, and it is 5-3.
Break a ball, sat on it very well. And right on that chalk. Something Escobar does very well as far as a double, 25th double this season.
It's 5-3. There's Logan Morrison. Jam to the left side. Valbuena's got to go over. High throw. Fernandez keeps the foot on the base for the 3rd out. But 3 runs in for Minnesota. They lead at 5-3 as we head to the 6th inning. Every match live and over 300 hours of coverage. The world's biggest sporting event is just 4 days away, only on Fox and FS1. 5-3 Minnesota. Pitching change for the Twins as Fernando Romero is removed after he goes 5 innings. Ends up striking out 5, hitting 2 batters, walking 2 batters, and giving up 5 hits. Now in a position to pick up the W since he went the requisite 5 as Taylor Rogers takes over. 27th appearance, 1-2 record of 4.74 ERA. The Angels today 2 for 10 with men in scoring positions. They've had plenty of opportunities in this game, just haven't capitalized.
Rogers' fastball's 91-95. Will throw a curveball, slider, changeup.
Hernandez 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles. His first 2 doubles in his major league career. Also picked up his first RBI and scored his first run. Bottom third of the order: Fernandez, Maldonado, and Young. 1-1. Taylor Rogers, 27-year-old, Littleton, Colorado, to the University of Kentucky. Twins 11th round pick in 2012.
Pretty good sweep and break ball there. So often we hear curveballs at 12-6 break, more of 11-5 break.
Rogers, a college teammate of Angels pitcher Alex Meyer, University of Kentucky. Fernandez fouls this one off. Cowboy Manson, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fernandez is doubled down the left field line, down the right field line. And you give to chase that slider, 1 out.
Good breaking ball, well off the outside part of the plate.
Maldonado lifts one out toward right. Droughts. Young 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Picked up his 6th run batted in, 4th inning. In that situation, well, the Angels in the second have second and third, nobody out, didn't score. And with 2 runs in the 4th, they had runners at first and second with 1 out and didn't add on. Trout struck out, up and grounded out. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Angels down 5-3. One-two pitch. That's out toward left center. Cave comes over. makes the catch. The Angels are down in order. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Twins on top. Time now for the Nissan Game Break with Kent French.
Victor, thank you very much. Halos go for the sweep this afternoon here in Minnesota, but down by 2. Let's show you how we got to where we are right now. Angels off to a good start. Albert Pujols continues to climb up the all-time RBI chart with an RBI single in the first inning. That's 1,952. He now officially passes Stan Musial. Jose Miguel Fernandez. Yes, he made his big league debut after Albert gets the ball. Made his big league debut on Friday. He's probably going to want this ball as well. This is his first career RBI, having a heck of an opening round series. And then Ari Adrianza was a big 5th inning as the Twins come roaring back. A little suspect triple there. That would make it 4-3. They go up 5-3. Nick Tropiano giving up all 5 runs this afternoon after 4 solid innings. This has been your Nissan Game Break. Before we send it back upstairs to the guys for the bottom of the 6th inning, here is a message from Nissan.
This will be his 32nd appearance. 2-2 with a 3.62 ERA. Bedrosian ends up going 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit, striking out a man. Tropiano gave up 5 runs today in his 4 1/3, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Twins have Sano, Kepler, and Garver coming up. Sano for 2. He's popped out to first, and Scott went out to right. No balls, 2 strikes. Down goes Sano, 1 out.
That's a good breaking ball from Johnson. Head of the count, expanded, got him swinging a non-strike. Good target set by Maldonado too. He's setting that target off the plate to make sure that Johnson hits that target.
Kepler started the rally for Minnesota the 5th, a leadoff walk. He's 0 for 1. Three balls, no strikes. It is a beautiful day for baseball here in Twins country.
Yes, it is.
And Johnson walks Kepler.
Second walk of the game for Kepler, leads the club in that category now with 31 walks.
Which is saying something considering he came in batting .239. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. bouncer foul. Garver doubled into the right field corner in the 5th. 1 for 2. Popped up. Shell left center field, and Upton at the last second comes in and makes the catch. Kozar never fouled it. Couldn't pick up the baseball as that sun is out now. And Upton had a good read on it the entire way.
Boy, he covered a lot of ground to get to this baseball. When you think about it for Upton, Kozar not seeing it, Trout coming in, and then good communication at the last second as Upton able to track that one down. Kozar can't track it, but Upton did. He's been very busy out and left.
Cave with an RBI single in the 5th inning, 1 for 2. 3rd RBI of the year. Cave certainly does not get cheated. His hacks, he's up there swinging. One ball, one strike.
Took a part of the strike zone with that backdoor curveball from Johnson.
One-two count with 2 outs. Halos in the 7th at the top of the order coming up. Kisler, Trout, and Upton. So Taylor Rogers will give way to someone else. The Twins bullpen. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stolen base for Kepler, his first of the year.
Thrown out last inning trying to steal. This got underneath the tag, that one hopper, kept his foot on the base.
Somehow. Full count on Cave. Adrianza's on deck. Out towards center. Trout has to go back on it. Racing back and toward the bullpen it goes. A 2-run home run for Jake Cave. And Minnesota's opening up here in the 6th. They lead it now by 4. Johnson's allowed his 4th home run of the season.
Hard of the plate on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And Cave stayed back. We talked about how hard he swings that bat. Still a long way out. Center field right over the 4-11 sign.
So 4 runs on 2 swings of the bat with 2 outs. Morrison home run in the 1st inning. Caves 2-out home run here in the 6th. Adrianza with an RBI triple, 1 for 3 today. Home run for Cave, his 2nd major league home run. Johnson flips it over to first base, inning over. Damage done, however, for the Twins. They're on top 7-3 as we head to the 7th. Camping World MLB All-Star Ballot now open exclusively online. Make sure your favorite Angels are represented on this year's squad by voting at angels.com/vote. Catch all the excitement of the 89th MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 17th live on Fox. Addison Reed takes over on the mound for Taylor Rogers. The top of the order coming up for the Angels. Reed's 2nd appearance of the series. 1-4 on the year. 3.13 ERA through 30 games, 30 strikeouts, 10 walks through 31+ innings.
Fastball 89-94, slider, changeup.
Kinsler Trout up to for the Angels here in the 7th. Rogers 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Faced 3 batters. Kinsler off the end of the bat out toward left center field. It's a leadoff single, 2nd hit. 3rd time he's been on board this afternoon.
My Hyundai key for the scheme for the Angels is focus on today. Gonna have to come back at 14 comeback victories this season. Have to come back. Well, 4-run deficit here. A good start to this inning though for Kinsler. Now 3 for 9 in his career versus Addison Reed with that base hit.
Trout 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a soft line out.
Trout is 2 for 20 against Minnesota pitching this season, looking to pick up that third hit now. With the shift on, room in that right side of the infield to hit that ground ball through that hole.
Drives this one out toward right center field. Kepler moves over. One down.
That's exactly what Trout was trying to do, hit the ball that way. Justin Upton on Friday versus Addison Reed. Got a fastball, was elevated, hit that one a long, long way to left center field for a home run. Justin Upton, tremendous exit velocity, 107.7 miles per hour off the bat for Upton. By the way, is 3 for 4 against him in his career.
Shoots this one out to right field. Hit pretty well. Kepler moving back on it and will make the catch on the track. 2 outs. Kinsler back to first.
It's always one of those plays as a right fielder, as you go back, you see that overhang there in right field. You never know if it's going to hit that or not. Two baseballs hit pretty firmly to right field, but both caught by Kepler.
Albert 1 for 3 today with an RBI single in the first. Kinsler with the leadoff single standing at first base. 2-1. Pulled foul.
See, Reed throws across his body to create deception against right-handed batters. But Albert was on that pitch. He's pulled a foul.
Full count. Kinsler will get a head start here.
Yeah, left-handed batters against Reed this year, 333 batting average, though right-handed batters is 205. Left-handed batter on deck, love to get up here this inning. Albert get on base.
There goes Kinsler. 3-2, and he walked him.
Here's your chance right now to get right back in the game with one swing of the bat with Luis Valbuena against a pitcher that has struggled against left-handed batters in Addison Reed. He has pitched Valbuena very well in his career. Just 1 for 9 for Valbuena versus Reed.
Luis 0 for 3, couple of strikeouts and a fly ball to right field. Shift on. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good pitch right now to sit on a fastball if you're Luis Valbuena. See if you can catch one out in front.
0-1. Check that 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike now with that foul. Way out in front.
Yeah, slightly out of
He did catch it out in front, just a little bit too far though. Halos with 3 runs, 6 hits, and stranded 6. Minnesota with 7 runs, 6 hits, and left 2 on base. Just 2 for 10 with men in scoring position. If Kinsler's second, Pujols at first. 1-1. 1-2.
Buena seeing a lot of pitches against Minnesota away.
Really hasn't made the adjustment on it either.
Yeah, you just have to sit back, let that baseball travel, just punch that ball the other way.
He strikes out for the 3rd time today. The Angels leave 2 more on base. Stretch job in Minneapolis. Twins on top.
Southern California Toyota dealers, and by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com.
Bottom of the 7th here in Minneapolis. Drake Oliver takes over on the mound for the Angels. Halos down. Trying to keep it a 4-run deficit. Top of the order coming up for the Twins. This is 17th overall appearance between Milwaukee, Cleveland, and the Angels. 10 walks, 20 strikeouts, 1-0 mark in the 7.79 ERA. Second appearance for Oliver Drake for the Angels.
There's quite a few split finger fastballs. See that grip.
Grossman, the DH, leading things off. 0 for 2 with a walk.
His fastball is going to be 91, 95 range. There's about 50% of his pitches are fastball, throw a curveball. Quite a few. 38% of his pitches this season have been splitters.
Drake, the Orioles' 43rd round pick in 2008 at the Naval Academy. Missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Which with the Orioles in 15 and 16. A little bit at 17, 61 games for Milwaukee last season. He just bounced around through 3 teams this year. Full count. This one's pulled into right field, a base hit, lead off the 7th.
Third hit of the series for Grossman against the Angels, including one of those being a home run.
Rosario comes up empty. 0 for 2 so far. Walked and scored the first. Lined out in the third. Struck out looking at the 5th. Tropiano got the start today. Gave up 5 runs and 4 to third. And for Nick, that's back-to-back starts in which he's allowed a total of 10 runs over 9 innings. Check swing. Doesn't matter. It's a strike. 0-2. Good lead for Grossman with the leadoff single. Rosario pops it up right side. Kessler and Fernandez, I think he's calling for it. 1 down. Eduardo Escobar coming to the plate.
Picked up his 25th double of the season back in the 5th inning.
Escobar 1 for 3. RBI double in the 5th. 25th double of the year. 39th RBI.
off-speed pitch. Well out in front, unable to make contact. Splitter. Looking for a little bit more than a double on that swing.
Pulled foul. 1-2. Seattle held on, picked up the 5-4 victory over the Rays, and the Angels needing a victory to stay at 3.5 back. Houston leading Texas.
So far, what we've seen in this game for Minnesota hitters, they've let the fastball travel, hit the ball the other way, especially all these left-handed batters. Off speed, they've tried to turn on, and they've been pretty successful doing that. Paul Malter was real good as far as letting the baseball travel deep in the strike zone using the entire field, but also could turn on pitches on the inner half, especially off speed.
Still at 1-2. Angels in the 8th inning. Cozart, Fernandez, and Maldonado duo. Out toward right field. Young racing over, not going to get there. One hop defense. Get another double for Escobar. 2 men on base for Logan Morrison.
Now 26 doubles this season for Escobar. Splitter that stayed upstairs and he jumped on it. Leads in that category as far as doubles in the American League and all of baseball.
Infield in with Morrison at the plate. He's 1 for 3, homered in the first. Oh, 1. No balls, 2 strikes.
Could use a strikeout now on that splitter.
And he gets that breaking ball down in his zone and gets Morrison to cut through it. 2 down.
Pretty good tumbling action on the splitter. Straight down, going down and away, gets a punch out. Big one there.
So 0 for 3. Pop up, fly ball to right and a strikeout. This was out toward right field. Not very deep. But that one off the end of the bat. Twins get 2 on, leave them stranded. 7 complete, 7-3 Minnesota.
To their 6-game winning streak, but they got some work to do, down by 4 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Ken French back with you. Don't forget, following this one, it's Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Myself and Mark Gubaza will break this one down, show you the highlights. Of course, look back at Nick Tropiano's performance, show you the good and where he struggled. Albert Pujols continues to move up the all-time RBI list, and we're going to preview a big series which starts tomorrow in Seattle as the Halos take on the first place Mariners. That and much more on the post-game show, where it's certain to be must-see TV. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Frank. And Frenchie, as Zach Duke starts the 8th inning for the Minnesota Twins. 29th game, 2-2 mark, and a 3.32 ERA, 24 strikeouts, 11 walks, and 21 plus innings. Second appearance of the series. Cozart, Fernandez, and Maldonado, 6, 7, and 8 for the Angels. Ground ball left side. Sano's got it. 1 out. Cozart 0 for 3 with a hit by a pitch. Brings up Jose Miguel Fernandez, 2 for 3. Couple of doubles, his first 2 of his major league career. We'll start the nope, a pinch hit for us. Jeffrey Marte will be the man. .268 batting average for Jeffrey. 1 for 6 as a pinch hitter this year. Shallow right. Escobar, the second baseman, was in the shift and still doesn't play. At off the normal second base spot. Maybe just a couple of steps out of the grass. 2 outs.
You know, we said he's plays a number of different positions in the infield. First time at second this season for the Twins. He's made some plays on the shortstop side of the bag, playing second base, but this time had to run over towards first base to catch that pop-up.
Maldonado hit by a pitch, a single and a fly ball to right. He's 1 for 2. Ground ball to short. Angels down in order here in the 8th inning. Minnesota on top. Here at the bottom of the 8th. U.S. Open live coverage begins June 14th from Shinnecock Hills on Fox FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. Minnesota on top, 7-3 in the finale of this 3-game set. And Eduardo Paredes takes over on the mound here. This will be his 8th appearance of the year. No record of 7.71 ERA, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks, 14 hits allowed at 9 1/3. He'll get Kepler, Garver, and Cave. Texas come back to tie things up at 6. It's still batting. They're down 6-0 at one point. It's the final game of that series against the Astros, playing in Arlington.
Dallas Keuchel on the mound for the Astros, the one starter that's struggled for him so far this season.
Free agent to be.
Former Cy Young Award winner.
Two balls and a strike. Kepler 0 for 1 with 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run scored. Out toward left field, Justin Upton moves over, hauls it in, 1 out.
He's covered some mileage out there in left field today. 7th play for Justin up in the left.
Fernando Rodney hasn't pitched in this series, so might see him in the 9th. Halos have 9, 1 and 2 due up.
We go back to even that 5th inning for Garver. 2 strikes on him. Tropiano threw him a fastball, and he tried to get him to chase it. It was elevated enough. He just punched that one right down the right field line for a double. Part of that 3-run 5th.
Line to center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. 2-hit game for Garver.
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Jake Cave, big game for Minnesota today. 2 for 3, including a home run, his 2nd home run of the season. 3 RBI and a couple runs scored.
Out toward left center field, slicing away from Trout, has some carry and he gets over his head. Garver will be stopped at 3rd. It's a double for Cave. So he's single home run and a double now. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with Adrianza coming to the plate.
And Mike Trout looked like he was fooled on this swing from Cave. He's been taking so many great angles going back for the baseball, but you see he had to turn and go back on that, try to catch that as it carried over his head for a double for Cave.
Infield in with Adrianza at the plate. He's 1 for 3. Garver standing at 3rd, Cave at 2nd. 1 out. 8th inning, 7-3 Twins. 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1. Last couple of pitches, not even close. Grossman on deck. And a walk to load him up. Grossman today on board twice with a walk and a single. Three for 11 in the series. Infield back to double play depth now. Oh, 2.
You'll see if they can expand the strike zone, get a swing and miss. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. A little bit too good of a pitch there. In the strike zone.
No place to put him. 0-2 again. Bouncer toward first. Marte's going to come home. High throw, but they get the force out. 2 outs.
That play right there, you got to make sure you get that out at home. You get that 1 out. You would love to get double play. You're not going to be able to turn that, so you're going to get that force out at home. A little bit of a high throw, a dangerous throw, especially as a catcher. See that foot and the slide in. To try and stay connected, but that's a dangerous play. You see how turning that ankle with a slide. Ideally, you want to get that in quickly so the catcher can get out of that way as quick as possible.
Rosario for 3. Walked and scored the first. Chance of Eddie here now at target field. Sounds like a clip from the movie Eddie and the Cruisers.
Great movie.
Came over at third base. Andrianza second. Grossman at first. Good speed on the bases. This was lifted foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. It is possible that Paredes feels like they're chanting his name. Although he goes by Eduardo.
Depends who wins this battle here.
One ball, 2 strikes. One-two offering. Got him with a high fastball. And Paredes gets out of some trouble. We will head to the 9th. Angels down by 4.
Got a chance after that swing and miss. for the Minnesota Twins. Not a save situation. 2-2 record. This is 23rd game. Solid ERA, 2.57. Fernando Rodney's fastball still a firm one, 90 to 97. Slider, but a very good plus changeup.
Halos here in the ninth inning have Young, Kinsler, and Trout due up. See if they can get something going. Had some opportunities early in this game, and Rodney will become the fourth reliever used by Paul Molitor. Fernando Romero got the start, gave up 3 runs in his 5 innings. Is the pitcher of record. He scored the 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and he was taken out of the game. Chris Young, 0 for 2. He's popped out, lined out for a sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. Skyd went out to center field in the 6th.
One thing we've learned over the years with Fernando Rodney, he will make it interesting because he can walk some batters.
Two balls, no strikes.
Right on cue. An opportunity to get that leadoff batter on here.
Three-one count. Total of 21 innings of work for Fernando this year. And a leadoff walk it is. Kinsler's been on board 3 times with a walk and 2 singles. 2 for 3. What a what? That's off the plate.
Yeah,
that's not even close to a strike.
Well off the plate.
Need a fungo to hit that thing.
And a lot of movement, but the catcher trying to bring it back in the strike zone.
Kinsler 5 for 17 in his career against Rodney. Forces you to swing at pitches that perhaps are outside your zone.
And a bad changes this with a one call like that, especially after a leadoff walk.
There's the 1-2. Kinsler lines with a left, a base hit, so 2 on to start the 9th inning.
That's 4 times on base today for Kinsler. We said it would be interesting, and Fernando Rodney will always do so.
It's an experience. Here's Trout. Mike hitless today, 0 for 4. 1 for 7 in his career against Rodney. A 1. 0-2. Trout will certainly be happy once the Twins are no longer on the schedule for the Angels. He has had a tough time against his Twin staff. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. Nobody's at second base. The play goes to first. There's out number 1. Young moves to third. Kinsler to second. Four threes. That put out. Upton 0 for 3. An intentional walk in the first. Struck out on the third. Ground down to fly ball to right. Last 2 plate appearances. 0 for 3 in his career against Rodney. Pujols on deck, 3 for 10. Bouncer, foul. Oh, 2. Rodney with very little movement. There's no stride, doesn't come set per se. The glove right near the hip. Same with the baseball. He just kind of tucks the ball away, pauses for a second, then goes. I can see at times where a hitter might have trouble with timing sometimes. Time called real quick. 0-2 count.
It's one of those odd times for a catcher to come out 0-2, especially when you've gotten ahead that quickly.
Just retired Trout. You got ahead 0-2. Last thing you want is to,
you don't want to slow down as a pitcher. Now, if you're up, then you're liking that conversation.
Trying to keep it going somehow. 4-run lead for the Twins here in the ninth. 0-2. Downstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So more of almost like a slide step he has. Just goes forward, doesn't lift that leg, but still creates pretty good drive on that back leg. The key for that when you have that type of motion is make sure you have some sort of a hip turn. And Fernando Rodney still does.
Little pop up to second base. 2 outs.
Well, against Fernando Rodney, you go back to July 20, 2014. Fernando Rodney thought he had the game in the bag, but the Angels with Albert Pujols driving in Mike Trout, the arrow shot. And then Trout reciprocates back to Albert Pujols. They come back against Fernando Rodney in that game. He thought that game was over. Instead, the Angels came back at him. Tremendous comeback in that game. There was a lot of energy in that dugout after that happened for Rodney pointing towards the Angels dugout.
Albert today 1 for 3. Single and a walk. Halo's now 2 for 13 today with men in scoring position. One-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Valbuena's on deck.
Was that Lavelle Neal made that play?
Yeah.
That's a nice play.
Here's the 2-1. Broken bat, little flare. That is going to fall in for a base hit. 2 runs come in. It's a 3 RBI game for Albert Pujols, and more importantly, the Angels will have the tying run coming to the plate.
Exactly, Albert. We showed that what happened back in 2014 against Fernando Rodney. Gets a base hit here, driving in 2. Tying run coming into plate. Now with Luis Valbuena. Jammed him. Just enough of the barrel in that baseball to get that in there for 2 more RBI. Trot liking that one right there from Albert. 3 RBI night. Getting closer now. 21 RBI away from Lou Gehrig.
1-0 count on Luis Valbuena. 1 for 7 in his career against Fernando Rodney. Hitless today. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. You can erase all that with 1 swing of the bat. Off speed, first strike, 1-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Kind of peeled off of that one. Late on that fastball. Halos down to the last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pujols at first. The pitch. A little bit high, full count.
Change up. They're trying to bring it back in the upper part of the strike zone. Just missed.
Pujols gets a head start from first with a full count of 2 outs. Cozart, the man on deck. Rodney ready. There goes Albert, 3-2. And ball 4. Second walk of the inning.
Well, did we say he was going to make it interesting?
Yeah.
Well, he certainly has. Now the go-ahead run at the plate. And Zach Cozart, 5 home runs on the season, but 4 of them in day games. Pinch runner for Luis Valbuena.
Nolan Fontana at first base. Garvin Alston, the pitching coach, out to pay a visit. Cozart, 7th man to come to the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch today. Zach hitless in his career against Rodney, 0 for 3.
Next visit will result in a pitching change.
Here's the first one. Downstairs, 1-0. Action now in the Twins pen. It's like it's Hildenberger getting ready. Two runs in, 7-5 Twins. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 2-0.
All of a sudden, that strike zone is getting smaller. You're sitting on his own now for Cozart. Mentioned 4 home runs in the day this season.
2-0 pitch. Takes a strike. Here's Hildenberger. Pujols at second. Fontana, the pinch runner, at first. Here comes the 2-1.
Another one of those pitches that are off the plate as the catcher brings it back and gets the call. Off the plate, brings it back, call the strike.
So the Angels again down to the last strike. Point eventually worked a walk. 2-2 to Cozart. Old dribbler foul.
Go back to Zach Cozart, April 4th at home. Walk-off home run. Looking to give the Angels the lead here with a big fly. Would be a 3-run home run. First of his career.
Rodney ready again. Another 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, full count. And now
that's important.
Yeah. Runners get the head start again. The trail runner in Fontana is the tying run.
And he's able to get that big lead and a quick jump. Gapper could tie the game.
Runners go 3-2. Cozart pops it up. Second baseman Escobar is there, and the Angels drop the finale of this 3-game set. 7-5 the final.
Well, we said it would be interesting with Fernando Rodney on the mound. They had a chance tying runs on the bases. Go-ahead run at the plate, but Fernando Rodney gets that pop-up against Zach Cozart as the Twins salvage the last game of this 3-game set. The Angels do win the series 2-3 before going off now to Seattle. He loses one 7-5.
Romero picks up the win, while Nick Tropiano suffers the loss. 7-5 Twins win it. The Angels pick up the series, but that is all as their win streak comes to an end. Angels Live postgame coming up next.